So I just finished reading one of the most disturbing but impactful books I think I've ever read. It's by Jodi Picoult and it's called The Pact. And basically the premise of the novel is a teenage couple who decides they want to commit suicide together. So the book starts off like bam, and you're in it, and you're at the hospital, and the girlfriend is dead, and the boyfriend has stitches and it's a huge wound, and he's fainted, and you see the grieving of the parents who are, best friends, live next door neighbors, the grieving of the parents of the girlfriend, the grieving of the parents of the boyfriend because they've lost someone who's so dear to them. So there's all this grieving in the beginning, and then all of a sudden we see this shift where, well, the boyfriend didn't die. Maybe he murdered his girlfriend. So all of a sudden it turns into this mystery where we're trying to figure out if this boy really did try and commit suicide with his girlfriend, or if he indeed killed her and told people he wanted to commit suicide himself. So as we go through the novel, it goes through present time where he's in prison because he was arrested, and he's waiting there until his court date, and we see the past. So in the past we see, when they first met, and how they, when the boyfriend would fall down and scrape his knee, the girlfriend felt like her knee was scraped too, and she would cry for her mom as well. I mean, there was just such an incredible bond there. So they're growing up together, and they're experiencing things together, and we get up to the point of the night where she wanted to commit suicide, and basically the feelings are just unmistakable. I mean, she is depressed from previous sexual assault that she never ended up telling anyone about and just let it fester. And she tells her boyfriend, I can't do this. I don't want to be who I am anymore. And the boyfriend feels like he is so much a part of her, and he loves her so much that he can't bear to see her suffer in this world. So in turn, he actually agrees to allowing her to go through with this process. So I'm reading this, and I'm just thinking, first of all, how could you be so selfish, as a human wanting to commit suicide when you're given this great life? But then, towards the end of the book, when you read more and more of, how she's feeling and what she's experiencing, I've never experienced things like that before, So it's kind of an interesting thing to realize that people do go through things, and people have different experiences that are a lot different from mine. And I should be able to not judge based off of that, and not say that something like suicide is selfish, because I don't really know what anyone is going through. Yet, to me, it seems like an unrealistic concept. So, realizing that through the book, at that point I just want the protagonist, the boyfriend, to get off trial and not be blamed for this murder of his girlfriend, who he loved and just had enough love for her that he wanted her to be free from her pain. So he brought the gun for her to allow her to kill herself. And in the end, I mean, spoiler alert, he ends up getting acquitted, and he is able to go home, and he's free from jail. But just the power of love, I know that I've never felt that before, so, and I don't know if I ever will. I don't know if that's something that you can feel with someone, where you see that they're hurting so much that you want to be able to take that away from them. So that's how I was transported.